I'm a Law & Order SVU junkie. I love the whodunits and plot twists that come with each story. I love watching the detectives come up with their theory, get those suspects in a room, sit across the table from them, staring them in the eye, and drilling them with questions to get to the truth, or what they assume is the truth. Unfortunately, sometimes that's what it seems well-intentioned sellers do during their sales conversations as well. They have a long list of data they need to collect from their prospects or buyers, and they ask question after question to get that information. And while that information is needed, it can keep us too narrow and not give us the compelling factors that will open up that sales opportunity and allow us to provide the value for our solution that we're offering. So instead, to get the context around the data and that story, we can use a 4-point framework to make sure that we're getting the full story each and every time. The 4 points are the today, tomorrow, risk, and reward. Now, today and tomorrow are very much the future and present state a lot of people have already been trained in. We need to find out about today. What's going on? What led them to be willing to talk with us? What's their current situation? We also need to find out about tomorrow, which is what could be better? Where do they want to go? What's going to be the important factors that get them to that next stage? And that gap in between today and tomorrow is often where our opportunity lies. Yet it only gets us part of their story. It gets us the data points that typically isn't enough to get someone to do something different. So instead we need to use risk and reward to give us the compelling emotional motivators that's really going to be what allows us to build the value case for what we're selling. We need to ask them about the rewards. The rewards are the benefits that they seek in doing something different. We also, though, have to understand the benefits or rewards to them doing nothing, because nothing is our biggest competitor. And even though we might think those benefits are very obvious, if we don't get them to articulate them and us to understand them, we can't use them in the right ways to build the value. We also need to discuss the 4th point, which is the risks. What are the risks, the potential downsides or fears of them doing something different? What are the downsides of them doing what they are? Those emotional factors are very, very important for them to think about, verbalize, and discover. When we understand the 4 points, the today, tomorrow, risk, and reward, we now have a whole story. So instead of getting them across the table and interrogating them to get the data, by understanding their whole story, we take that bright light off of them and set up a collaborative conversation where we can discuss safely those risks and rewards. And that's where you're going to get those emotional factors that set up your sale and set up your long-term relationship with that new client or customer.